Hello guys, welcome to Hacking World YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed our channel, go and subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notified.
Hello guys, today we will discuss how to get started in bug hunting. In this video, we will discuss what is bug hunting, second thing, what are the things required to it, and how to get started in it. First, we will discuss about what is bug hunting. Before discussing about bug hunting, let's discuss about bug, which means a vulnerability. In a simple understandable language, it is known as loophole. Here, the bug will allow the attacker or the hacker to exploit the application. Here, application refers to web application or app or server, etc. and take unauthorized access. Unauthorized access refers to taking the access without the permission of the owner or user, client, etc. Without permission, taking the access and stealing the sensitive data of the company or information regarding to them and manipulating the user and etc., which leads to lot of damage to the company. Now coming on to next, bug hunting. Bug hunting means finding the vulnerability or bug in the applications by performing tests and reporting those bugs or vulnerabilities to the responsive authority. Means by performing a test, if we find a bug or vulnerability in the application like a website, server, and any apps in any mobile phones or any in a physical access like routers or cars, etc., we have to report them to the responsive authority. Like if you found a bug or a vulnerability in a Google website or a subdomain of Google, we have to report it to the google@security.com. Or if you find a bug in Swiggy or its a subdomain or any access or in its app, we have to report to swiggy@security.in mail. We have to mail to this mail address by saying the vulnerability name you have found, where you have it found, etc. to them. Okay. Now, what happens if we report? We will do a lot of hard work and we'll waste our time and spending our time on it to finding a valid bug or a bug or vulnerability in it. What happens if we report to them? If you report a valid bug, means the vulnerability really exists, which leads to lot of damage or which leads to damage to the website or to the authority or to company, they will reward you in bounty. They will give you a reward bounty in the form of money of US dollars. And in some cases, if you report many bugs or a critical bug, or in some cases, instead of bounty, they will give only Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame means by thanking you, they will give recognition in their website, like they have helped us to increase our security. Now, here, bounty may vary bounty may be different according to the severity of the bug you have reported. Vulnerability is critical, there will be huge bounty. If the vulnerability is low, means it has only low effect, then the bounty will be less. Bounty may be varied from $50 to $50,000 or etc. and according to the reputation of the company. If you find a low severity bug in a highly reputed company, you will get a bounty. You will get a good bounty like $500 or $600. If you find a high severity bug in a low reputation company, you will get like $2,000. Means here the both severity of the bug and reputation of the company matters in deciding the bounty which you will get. Again, in briefly, I will explain what is bug hunting. Bug hunting means finding the vulnerabilities in the web application server or in any applications by performing tests and reporting it to the responsive authority, by which you can gain reward. Next, the second topic is the things required to start in a bug bounty. You have to have a computer, means a laptop or a system to do the performing tests, or if you want to do any other physical pen testing, you need to have the physical pen testing toolkits, etc. The main thing I have focused here is on web application pen testing and mobile application pen testing. Okay, for it you need a computer, or some people will do the web application pen testing through mobile phones, and also next you need to have a skills in the following fields like networking. You should know the basics of networking like TCP and UDP. UDP, what is the difference between TCP and UDP? What does TCP means? And IP address, how IP address are given to each device, how they are allocated, etc. Next, OSI model and other networking like ports, firewalls, etc. You should have a basic knowledge on networking. Next, web application languages. While testing the web application, you should know the basic knowledge, or you should be able to understand the codes of web application. You should have a knowledge of HTML, CSS, PHP, and JavaScript languages. Next, Linux basics. As many tools in the process of bug hunting are Linux based, you can also do them from Windows, but many people will prefer to do from Linux. So you should have a basic knowledge of Linux usage of CLI and tools usage in it, and a knowledge about different vulnerabilities. I will say this in the next part. And in the time of bug hunting, you should have a lot of patience, because you should search a lot of websites or a lot in it, and you will get frustrated by not getting valid bugs, etc. We need a lot of patience while doing bug hunting. And next and last topic, the main topic, how to get started. Before starting the bug hunting, first of all you should select which applications you want to start in hunting. The first is web application, means websites, mobile apps or mobile security, and iOS security like iPhones and iOS apps. Okay. First of all, you should select from these three any one which you want to hunt. After deciding which one you have to hunt, after deciding any one of the applications, you should gain a knowledge about different vulnerabilities, bugs which are available or which can be found in those applications. Okay. Now you have a question. From where can we get this knowledge? The main source of gaining knowledge is books. You can gain a lot of knowledge about the vulnerabilities from the books. Like there are many books related to bug hunting. And famous books are Web Application, Hacker's Handbook, Real World Bug Hunting. Next, OSWAP Testing Guide 4, version 4, and the Hacker Playbook 2, Practical Guide to Penetration Testing, the Tangled Web, a Guide to Securing Web Applications. These all books are for web applications. Now, if you have selected about mobile, if you have selected your application as the mobile apps and mobile security, the best book is Mobile Application Hacker's Handbook. And if you have selected iOS application security, the next source where you can earn a lot of knowledge is blogs. Try to read the blogs about the vulnerabilities or which you want to study. because in blogs the experienced people will write the blogs and share their experiences and their difficulties and how they found the bugs, etc. You can earn a lot of knowledge from blogs also. And the another and important source where you can gain a lot of knowledge about the vulnerabilities you study is POC or old reports. Many hackers or many bug hunters who are already doing their hunting or well settled, they will report their applications or they will report bugs to the reputed or the responsive authorities. After reporting and solving, after dissolved, they will disclose the application vulnerability and how they cached to. For example, if you want to read about XSS POC hacker one, if you search or just search in Google XSS POC, see you can get, see this is the report. You can get many POCs, and if you search XSS report hacker one POC, you can get many reports. See, this is the old report which is submitted by one of the bug hunter in the application Twitter. He has submitted his report on XSS vulnerability, and he had got the bounty of $700 for submitting it. And here there will be the process how he found the vulnerability, which may help us to gain experience and get a good knowledge and guide you while hunting on live websites. See, there will be impact and the chat between the company security in charge and the bug hunter. From this, and the another one is XSS found by URL. See, it is on the whale authority. He got $1,000 of bounty, and the severity of it is only 4 medium. And here is the process how he got. Here is the process how he is able to reproduce the bug, etc. Next, this is also, and here he got only $50 because the severity is low, and I think the company reputation is also low. That's why he got only less bounty, or the severity is low. That is the main reason. From this you can gain a lot of knowledge. Next, social media. You guys, from the social media, you guys have a doubt, how can we gain a knowledge about vulnerabilities from social media? By following the already well settled bug hunters on FB, Insta, Twitter, GitHub, LinkedIn, on other etc. platforms where they can share a lot of knowledge about the bugs they reported and how they gained experience, how to do, etc. They will share a lot of knowledge in Instagram or in Twitter also. And the next source where you can gain a lot of knowledge is groups and forums related to bug hunting. There, in groups and forums, you can meet a lot of bug hunters and ask your queries or any doubts to them. They can solve it, and you can gain a lot of knowledge from there. They will share the information and up to date any new vulnerabilities introduced in it. And the next source where you can gain knowledge is YouTube. In YouTube, you can get a detailed explanation about the bugs which you want or vulnerabilities which you want to study and a live demonstration on it. From the above explained sources, you can gain knowledge about the vulnerabilities. And then the next thing is, while studying or while knowing about the vulnerabilities or bug, you should do daily practice on the labs which are vulnerable already, like labs like BWAP, WebGoat, DVWA, Hacker 101, and Hack the Box, SQL injection practice, try to hack. These are the famous labs which are already vulnerable, which will help you to increase your practice and increase your skills. By doing a lot and a lot practice, it will helps you to find out the more bugs when you try to do on the real websites. Next, after trying on the labs, you should do some practice on the real websites, which you can find on Google. Like you can find many college websites, school websites, and other some type of shopping websites which are which are not known to many people. In those, you can find many bugs, which will give you a lot of satisfaction by finding bugs on a real websites. Next, if you got a confidence on all the vulnerabilities and if you think you have got a lot knowledge, a detailed knowledge about them, next start on the websites, real website which offers you rewards like bounties or Hall of Fames. You guys all have a question, where can we find websites which give you rewards? There are some bug bounty platforms which will provide you a list of the websites or the application details which will give you rewards if you find a vulnerability in it. The following are the bug bounty platforms like Bugcrowd, HackerOne, Cynac, Japan Bug Bounty Program, next Cobalt, Bounty Factory, Zerocopter. Among them, the most famous bug bounty platforms are Bugcrowd and HackerOne. First of all, you open the go to the bugcrowd.com and register your name there as a bug hunter. Get started. Try Bugcrowd, how it works. Sign up as a researcher and register your name there. You can find a lot of here you can find the programs which will offer you bug rewards for finding the vulnerabilities in it. Before selecting it, study about it. Like I will select here. There are many programs which will offer you bug bounties if you found any vulnerabilities in it. I will open any of it. Okay, it is a canva.com, which is used for editing and other resources. Before submitting or trying to find a report, read the guidelines and in scope and outscope vulnerabilities and in scope and outscope targets. Okay, first of all, read the guidelines and ratings and see the bounty value which they will reward for the severity of the bug. Like if it is critical P1, they will offer the bounty from $4,500 to $6,000. It is P2 severe, from $1,500 to $2,500. It is moderate, $600 to $850. And the in-scope target are, if you are trying on website pen testing, it is here canva.com means the subdomains of all these, the subdomains which have all canva.com at the ending. And if you are on a mobile application pen testing, you can test on the Canva app, or in iOS you can test on the Canva app in the iOS device. In the extensions, if you want Canva, and if website pen testing, canva.ca and all the subdomains related to it. These are the in-scope targets. If you find bugs or vulnerabilities in these websites and in these subdomains or websites in this app only, they will give bounty. If you find in any other subdomains or apps not related to these, they won't give you bounty as rewards. Next, the outscope vulnerabilities are XSS and SSRF. You should first of all study the outscope vulnerabilities, because if you find vulnerabilities related to these issues, they won't give you the bounty or reward. You should study all this. And if you find a bug, sometimes you can get a duplicate reports. Like if you found a bug and reported it, it is in scope and it is in targets, but they may say that it is duplicate. Here duplicate refers to duplicate means already someone has found it and reported it to them. Means already some of the bug hunter has found these vulnerabilities which you have reported and reported to them. Because here the first who will submit the report will get the bounty and the others will be declared as duplicates because already someone has found it. These are the some of the bug bounty platforms where you can find the websites or application which will give you the rewards, and you can submit. If you want to submit a report, if you have found something, click on submit report. After signing up, click on submit report. It will give you a form. After sign up, click on something submit report. There you have to give a good POC or a good valid report to them. How they can understand. Okay, we will discuss about it later. In this bug bounty platform, there will be some private programs and public programs. Okay, what are the private programs and public programs? Suppose here we have Canva.com. It is a public program. Public program because anyone can try to find vulnerabilities in it and try to test it and find vulnerabilities and report it. It is open to all. But private programs are different. In private programs, the website or the company itself select some of the bug hunters and give them an opportunity or invitation to them. They themselves will invite some of the bug hunters to test their applications. Only the selected bug hunters or invited bug hunters can report vulnerabilities to them. Others can't report to it. And there are some websites like other websites like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Swiggy, some etc. websites which will provide their own bug bounty programs. In HackerOne and Bugbound, Bugcrowd, etc. in this, you can't find some of the websites like Google, Facebook. You have to directly report to their security @ Microsoft.in or their responsive disclosure authority after finding bugs, because you can't find them. If you want to know about the in-scope and out-scope, search in Google like a Facebook bug bounty program. See, here is the terms and conditions of responsible disclosure of how to find an in-scope and the process for bounty programs and their open source, eligible, ineligible, what are eligible and how, etc. You can study all this and get, after studying about the guidelines and informations provided by the companies, try to hunt, because if you hunt before the outscope vulnerability or outscope target, it is waste of time. Okay, this is all about the main reasons of bug hunting and how to get started. You can gain a lot of, if you have any doubts, you can message me in Instagram, Telegram or anything. Happy now start hunting after gaining all this knowledge. At starting, okay, before it I will tell you one issue. At starting of bug hunting, you don't get disappointed if you won't find bugs or if you find many duplicates or out of scope bugs. Try again and again till you get bounties. Make sure you should have a tea or coffee with it, because you need a lot of patience and you will get bored or irritated or frustrated while hunting, while doing bug hunting. Happy hunting. subscribe our channel and turn on the bug hunting playlist, because in the next video we'll provide you the information about the different vulnerabilities and how to hunt them and how to do recon on the targets, etc. How to submit a good POC which will increase your bounty, etc. Thank you.